Hello, I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Jade.
And this is
Livin' La Vida Pavia.
You excited to go camping? They don't even know what's coming. So our last camping trip we went on got rained out also, but we didn't have our camper because it was in the shop. Well, the camper wasn't in the shop. The truck was in the shop, so we couldn't take the camper, obviously. So this will be our first trip in the camper, and it is supposed to rain much of the weekend, but at least we have our camper, so we can just chill in there. And we're just gonna make the best of it. Who cares if we get a little wet? That's what happens when you camp and it's raining.
All right, here we are on the way to Lake Ouachita.
Woohoo!
Hi, Ive. We didn't get a video of our departure because we were just like, you know, getting everything together and getting all packed and in a rush to get on the road to try to make halfway decent time there. But we're on the way. Everything's good to go. Truck's loaded down.
ETA is around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock tonight, we should be rolling in. And no camp to set up tonight. We'll just be able to climb in the back of the truck and go to sleep. Nice. Wake up for a new day.
Excited!
Yes.
First night.
We did it. First night in the camper.
And we got very rained on the way down here almost the entire time.
The whole process of getting it set up has been a little bit of a rush, and we've been real busy with other things too. And the guy I got the camper shell from and who had it put on was like, "You'll be good with rain unless you're like driving on the highway through a really hard thunderstorm." And guess what we did our first time taking it out? Drove on the highway through a really hard thunderstorm.
The entire time.
Yeah, so it's a little damp on the bottom of the mattress, and like obviously some water got in. Not the end of the world. The part we're sleeping on is still fine, so we'll just have to air it out real good tomorrow and hope for the best.
We got our handy dandy fan, and then we have little ladies down there. Oh, Ivy's all cuddled in. So yeah, first night.
Yep.
We will have to touch base in the morning.
Good night.
Night. Making breakfast. Got our coffee going, we got our bacon going, we got eggs,
Turkey
bagels,
bacon.
Turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
And the ladies are having their breakfast over there. They're more distracted by the people. Out on the lake day one.
First time on the canoe on Lake Ouachita.
Woohoo! Within the first 5 seconds of being on the water, Ivy took a dive into the water.
Ivo took a dive-o.
She did. Look at these mountains in the background. Beautiful.
That, and I want to point out how clear the water is. We'll show
your paddle.
A little spurt when we're near to the shore. You can see the rocks, but right now you can see the paddles so far deep down in the water, and that's usually not the case with Midwestern lakes. They have a lot of sediment, but Lake Ouachita is one of Arkansas's 5 diamond lakes, they call them, because they're just so clear.
Up on this little, I don't know if it's an island or a peninsula, we couldn't really see, but the girls are playing in the water. We're about to go play in the water.
These rocks are so light. I just skipped one.
Yeah, these rocks on the shore of these beaches are beautiful.
They're so flat.
Ivy agrees, she wants to eat it.
These are the best skipping rocks I've ever seen.
It's a beautiful day. It was supposed to rain. I don't know if you can see the mountains in the back. Having a good time.
Lake Ouachita has some crazy rocks. I believe it's sandstone is what these rocks are made out of, but they're super soft, and like you can just break them off. So like, yeah, there's one right there that just broke off. And these rocks just like crumble in your hands. How soft they are, how many layers there are to them. A lot of them are super iridescent, and they're beautiful. All shiny colors and cool color variations, and then they just break so easily. It's made some really cool rock formations all around the lake. And like I said, I believe it's sandstone, but I'm not sure exactly. With my superhuman strength, I will break this rock off. Slips it right out. Also, this lake are really good for your skin. So what better way to take full advantage than to take some of this iridescent sandstone mud and just slather it on.
Disgusting. It's getting in your hair.
Woo!
Paddled up on this beautiful bluff line. There's a little cabin in the back. There's a mountain behind this bluff, but the rocks are eroded in a very neat way. There's like a little cave looking thing in there. Pretty cool. Ivy's interested. Her little booty's wagging. She doesn't have a tail, so her butt wiggles. Hiked up to the top of this bluff.
It's a good vantage point of the lake.
It is. A guy down there said we could jump, but we're not gonna.
We haven't scoped out the bottom enough to do that.
Yeah. So we hiked up to this little pavilion that overlooks the lake from down there.
It's called Micah's Point, according to a sign over there.
And there's this cute little box. It's a little, like, it's propped open because I was messing with it. But there's little letters in here. So cute.
Ooh. Girls, come here. Come on. It was a good day on Lake Ouachita.
You're very red.
It's been hot AF out, and when we got back, we kind of just sat here for an hour in the heat and sweated. There's just nothing else to do.
Got all our toxins out, finally.
Yeah, we were just like, what the hell do we do next? We figured it out. We started cooking. We're doing a shrimp boil tonight.
We got girls. They're about to eat too. All right, signing off.
We'll see you.
So we had a little shower, which we were expecting because it was supposed to shower all weekend. We ended up taking that time to go actually take a shower in the shower house, get some ice, and now it's beautiful out. The sky's like orange, pink. So nice. So we're gonna go for a walk.
Good.
Day 2, we're out on the water. We went through a little bit of rain this morning. It rained like, what do you think, like maybe 30 minutes while we were out on the water. Yeah.
But it wasn't bad at all. We
had
our rain jackets on. We felt pretty good about it. And
so we took off land in the rain, and it was actually really nice and really peaceful. And then we stopped actually on this beach, like straight across, and the rocks were just so different than what we saw yesterday. They were big. They were like river rocks that we're used to seeing in the Ozarks. But then we saw this beach, and this beach has little tiny rocks, little baby ones. But the reason we came over here was because there's this shelf over here to this side, and then there's also a shelf over here to this side, and so we want to kind of see what's underneath the big stones, because if you can see, there's like beautiful rocks. So we want to check it out. Here's the view.
On the way over here, we were just like paddling in open water for, I don't know, probably a solid half mile at least. And that was nerve-wracking. We're pretty subject out there just in our little canoe. And so if any boats go by or anything, it's like their wakes are rocking us real hard. And
She
we gotta be
handled
careful.
it though.
Yeah,
she did really good.
That was
it was a little much
for at least with how rough it is, with how many boats are on the lake this weekend, and then with the wind coming in too, and the storms, it was a little nerve-wracking.
It was.
So we'll be hugging the shoreline the whole way back and taking the easy way. But it's longer and it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. We came across some clear quartz.
Let me wash it off real quick.
My little witch heart is singing. You can see it in there. It's beautiful.
We want to try to break it out of there without damaging it. So try our best.
I'm so excited. And then if you look up the shore, we have little like crystal rocks everywhere. Some of them look like rose quartz. And I don't know if they actually are, but they're still beautiful either way. So I want to take some home. We walked a little earlier today about crystals and things, but we got rained on very hard.
All day on the canoe. It ended up raining a bunch more.
Yeah. So we got rained on, but it was fine. We came back, we got dry, we got dressed, got the canoe put back onto the roof of the truck, and then the sun came out, so we were able to go back down to the water. Actually, right down.
Right at that beach. We hung out for
here,
a few hours.
At this beach. And
in the evening time, hung out at that beach.
Then we had dinner, went on a walk, and now.
Cool. We weren't planning on really watching fireworks or anything, or like even seeking them out. But by paddling across the bay earlier today, we like saw them setting up the fireworks stand right across the bay. So that's pretty cool that we're actually getting a front row little seat for this fireworks show, and this bay filled up to watch the fireworks.
I'm gonna turn it around
for obvious reasons. So it should be pretty cool. We lucked out. We did not plan this. Here we are.
Here we are. All right, so we packed up and we left our camp spot, and now we're heading up to the Ouachita National Forest. We might hit a hike up there and see some cool views.
We kind of planned out a navigation route that's going to take us more through the mountains than what we took on the way down, so it should be pretty cool.
Woohoo! We're a little sweaty. We just hiked up to the fourth mountain. You can't see it right now, but you'll be able to see it in a minute. And I'll insert some little photos and clips from that. It's just really hot out and there's no trees to like block our view.
Zero shade on this trail, so we didn't go all the way, but we went far enough. Come on, girls.
We still had a really good view.
Yep.
So it was great.
Beautiful out here.
We found a blackberry bush.
So yummy.
Eating some blackberries. Yay! Okay, we're in the car. We're gonna head through the rest of the Ouachita National Forest and into the Ozark National Forest. Woohoo! It'll be fun. But we are home now. We unpacked the immediate things like our clothes and coolers and things like that. And that's the nice thing about having our camper now, is all that storage underneath. We don't have to unpack all of that from our vehicle. We can just leave it in there. We do plan on going through it tonight and like sweeping it out and cleaning it up a bit. But it was so nice to have our camper, and it was such a great weekend. Jade and I were both like, we don't want to leave, we're sad. And then last night we got in bed and we're like, we wish we were in our camper. But it was only the first weekend, so we have now the entire rest of the summer to enjoy it into the fall, even in the winter, because it can keep you really warm in there. So I'm very excited about the memories and the adventures it's gonna bring us. But yeah. By following this channel, you can follow all of our adventures.
Whether it be hiking, camping, canoeing, traveling, everything.
All of the above.
All the things we like to do.